Welcome to Heroscape University. Grab a seat and let's learn more about this great game. This course is Heroscape 104, How to Play an Online Tournament, and is designed for players who are familiar with how Heroscape tournaments work and how to play online with the OHS Google Docs interface, but haven't played an actual tournament online yet. There are a variety of different leagues that run online tournaments. They are generally structured as either weekly or bi-weekly leagues, where each week or two, the next round is paired, and you are given your matchup, and then you and your opponent have either 1 or 2 weeks to schedule your game and get it played. However, there are also some online leagues that are structured as single-day events, more like what you'd see at a live tournament, where over the course of, say, a Saturday afternoon, 4 rounds are played consecutively. Let's go through all of the major online leagues and introduce each of them. There is a link to learn more about each league in the description below. First up is OHS, which stands for Online Heroscape, and is the oldest running league by far, dating back to 2011. It runs as a weekly league, meaning 1 game per week, and seasons run for 4 weeks, with all 3-1 records and better making a single elimination playoff. OHS is one of the few online leagues that predates Heroscape.org, significantly, in fact, and so a lot about it is different than the other leagues that started post.org creation. It's run primarily through Heroscapers.com, under the Online Heroscape Games and Events Sub-Forum, where each season has its own thread. There is also an active Discord thread on Heroscapers Online, the biggest Heroscape Discord server, for the current OHS season. OHS always allows VC units or Valhalla customs. If you want to learn more about VC figures, check out Heroscape 152. OHS has a group of admins who are all very experienced players. Next up is OST, which stands for Online Scape Tournaments, and is run through Heroscape.org and is run by Megasilver. It runs as a bi-weekly league, so 1 game every 2 weeks, so the games are spaced out a bit more than in OHS. It also runs as a 4-round tournament with all 3-1 records or better, making the playoff bracket. OST changes up which figures it allows each season, and has run classic, VC, and contemporary events in the past. Contemporary events are those that include just units produced by Renegade. Next is RDL, which stands for Random Draft League, and is also run through Heroscape.org. The premise of RDL is that, instead of a format where you bring an army for the season, each round you are given a draft pool that is randomly constructed, and you and your opponent draft from that pool for your armies for that game. It runs with 5 rounds of Swiss play, followed by a top cut bracket for the 4-1 finishers and better. RDL was started by Foudzing. Next is CCL, the Champions Circle League, which is run by Sir Heroscape. This league uses the single-day model, where a 5-round tournament is played across a single afternoon. CCL leagues have been structured annually, with 4 qualifier events leading into an end-of-year event for the top 16 players from that year. CCL is also run through .org. The formats themselves have varied widely thus far. Next is the one online league that runs through Vassal, War League. War League is a team league where there is a draft before the league starts to establish teams, and then each week, 5 members of each team play in different events, and the idea is that teams collectively prepare for those games, so there is a bit more direct learning from the more experienced players as part of that process. The collaborative nature is a fun component and helps differentiate War League from the other leagues. War League is run by Mike, formerly OEAO, the founder of ScapeCon. So far, there's been 1 season per year. There's also a league that hasn't run an event recently, but it's worth mentioning for its place in history, and in case it starts running events again. That's the Classic League, which was run by Kevin Dola on Heroscapers.com before .org existed. The main distinguishing feature was that Classic League didn't include VC figures, while OHS always does. You'll also sometimes see one-off online events that don't fall into one of these organized leagues. For example, Ryguy has run a few of those that had some quite off-the-wall formats. There's several ways to stay informed about upcoming online tournaments. For most leagues, the best way to stay up to date is to be in the Discord server that the league uses, where the TDs will ping everyone when a new season goes live for signups. OST, RDL, CCL, and War League all have their own dedicated Discord servers, while OHS uses the main Heroscapers online Discord. That Discord also has a forum where all TDs can post when any new event goes live, called Online Heroscape Events Forum. So following that specific forum is a good way to stay up to date. There is also a corresponding thread on Heroscapers.com for online event announcements, so you can follow that thread on Heroscapers as well to also see when new events are posted. That thread and the Discord servers are all linked in the description below. For events that run on Heroscape.org, you can also periodically check the homepage, which lists all upcoming tournaments. Signing up for your first online event will depend on how the event is run. If it's one of the leagues that runs on .org, you'll need to create an account on .org and then go to the tournament sign-up page, where you will click Sign Up, and you'll then see your username on the list of players. You'll then need to submit your army, which can be done by clicking Submit Army. Use the GUI it provides to enter your army, and click Save. It will then bring you back to the tournament page, where you should now see yourself submitted with your army. If you're signing up for OHS, which doesn't use .org, you'll need to navigate to the Heroscapers thread for the event, where, in the first post, you'll find a link to sign up via a Google form, which you'll need to fill out with your name and army, and then submit. It'll also help if you subscribe to the OHS season thread on Heroscapers, so that you get notified via email when new replies are posted to that thread. Now that you've signed up, wait for the tournament to start. Once the start date arrives, you'll get paired for your first round match. If the tournament is running via .org, you'll get an automated email from the system telling you who your opponent is, the map, and their army. If the tournament is from OHS, and if you subscribed to the thread for notifications, you'll get an email notification with a post from one of the tournament directors with all of the pairings for that round. Either way, you'll see who your opponent is. If they haven't reached out to you yet, go ahead and reach out to them, usually via direct message on either Discord or Heroscapers, and you two will work out a time when you're both available to play the game. Whenever that time arrives, log into the game link that was provided, and play your game. Whomever won the game reports the result. If it's on .org, you can do that from the .org tournament page, next to where it shows your matchup. If it's OHS, you can report via a Google form link found in the first post of the thread. And then wait for round 1 to finish up, at which point round 2 will get posted, and so on and so forth until the tournament is complete. Congratulations for completing Heroscape 104. I hope this gave you a helpful introduction to online Heroscape tournaments, and how you can get started by joining your first one.